swear goat ownership is not this crazy like all the time. It can be this colorful. Well, howdy, howdy, howdy from the Hoosier State. It's Ashley here with you again. I actually took the day off of work today to kind of just catch up, enjoy the last bits of summer sun. And even though it's a vacation day from work, there's really never a vacation day from a farm unless you actually leave the farm. And that doesn't happen very often. So if you're new to our channel, this is something that we do every other month. We have some of the cutest little Nigerian dwarf goats you've ever met in your entire life, and I hope that I'll get to introduce a lot of them to you guys today. But it can get a little monotonous watching 20-some goats get their hoofs trimmed, dewormed, Copper Bolus, all of that great stuff. So that brings me to why we're out here. It is maintenance day for the goats. It's really important. It's just like having a dog or a cat. They have annual vaccinations. They may need their claws trimmed. They might need to be dewormed or have flea applications given to them. Goats are pretty much the same way. They have a lot of things that we need to keep up with just to make sure that they stay happy and healthy on our farm, because really that's what we pride ourselves in as homesteaders, hobby farmers, farmsteaders, whatever you consider yourself to be. I really do grade a lot of what I do by the health and happiness levels of my animals. I'm sorry, I've got like a chicken. Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. But you guys can see back there, you see that white book? That is my record-keeping book. That's where I keep track of the dates and times when I do this maintenance on my goats. That way I'm never really guessing, did I deworm them last time? How are they feeling? Did they seem anemic? How was their Famacha scores? Here's a Famacha scorecard right here. We use this to see if their parasite load is high or low and to figure out if we need to treat them or not. But you guys can see behind me, I have a whole menagerie of things that we need to do today. Now that doesn't mean everybody's going to get this. It's on an as needed basis. So some will get dewormed. These are my tattoo guns or my tattoo clamps. They're not guns. These are for 2 doelings that have not yet been marked for identification. This is just a little bit better than an ear tag that someone could remove. So if someone were to steal my goats, I've got a tattoo in their ear that I can match up to the registration papers and in my files and prove that that's my goat. Hopefully that never happens. Shame on you if you steal goats. We've got hoof trimming stuff. We've got fly spray. We've got an iron supplement in case we do have goats that we deworm that could be anemic, because that kind of just helps bring their blood levels back up. But I hope you guys get to meet a lot of my goats today. You're going to see about 20-some of them. Now I'll probably cut in and out, but you'll at least get a little bit of an introduction if you don't know them already. Sorry you guys get to see a whole lot of goat butt from that angle. This might be a little bit more pleasant for you guys to see. Here we go. Hi, Mossy. So you guys can kind of see this right here. We've got orange on the bottom, then there's this dark layer, and then you've got a little bit of white. So her Famacha score is a little bit low. So I'm going to give her a dewormer. I use chemical. I'm researching into organic and seeing how I would best dispense that to my herd and how often and versus expenses. So right now I'm not milking, so it's really not that big of a concern to me. But the dark in the middle is actually little copper rods. If you're not familiar with goats, they need a proper amount of copper in their diet and they become deficient. We're getting ready to go into breeding season here in about the next 2 to 3 months, and it takes about 2 to 3 months to see a difference after you give them copper. I usually try to give mine copper late winter, early spring to late winter or late summer, early fall to prep them for kidding along with conceiving. So this orange on the bottom is actually selenium and vitamin E. We are deficient in selenium in our area, so I give this as a supplement every couple of months just to make sure that they're staying good and healthy. Minerals can really impact how well a goat conceives, so that's why we've got all that going on in there. It might seem like a lot, but it's really good for her. Next, we're going to give her red cell because I did deworm her, so when the parasites detach from her intestinal system, they'll leave little micro bleeds. And the Famacha score is due to how much blood is showing up, whether they're anemic or not. So I'm gonna go ahead and give her this supplement to kind of just help her boost her system, as well as fight those pinprick bleeds when parasites let go of their intestines. And now it's just a rinse and repeat. No, right here. Good. You guys have heard the name Rapunzel a lot lately. Ta-da! This is Rapunzel. Rapunzel is due to have a baby in about a week. Aren't you? Aren't you? She's far enough along too, I can kind of feel them. I know she don't like this because I'm near her udder. Kind of needs to get used to it because I'm gonna milk her. You can feel them under there sometimes. Rude, but you know what? If I were an expecting mother and someone were doing that to me, I probably would react the same. So you guys can tell. Wide load. Oh, and the babies on the goat sit on the right side. So sometimes if you just kind of reach over and feel right in front of that leg, you can feel them. And she's full of babies. So I'm gonna go ahead and get her her maintenance. Her maintenance is kind of like a little bit different. And most expecting does are for me. I'll usually shave their udder, but you guys can see back here. Her udder ain't that furry, so I don't think baby's gonna have a problem finding that. She's gonna be a dream to train to the milk stand, can you tell? So I'm gonna go ahead and get her done as quickly as I can with as little stress as I can, because she's less than a week away, which means she'll be going into a kidding stall, probably with her daughter Tootsie, because they are very closely bonded and I don't want to separate them. Okay guys, I lied. I did go ahead and shave Rapunzel. The reason for that being is it's hot. Cue the sweat. And with her getting ready to kid in a week, there's going to be a lot of fluids and a lot of blood, and that will attract pests. And the more hair she has on her udder and around her lady bits, the more likely it's going to draw flies to that area. And we don't want to have any more irritation in that area than we need to. And honestly, I would be shaving her udder in a week or two anyways to start milking, to cut down on the debris that comes in with the milk. So you guys can see, I'm sorry, go butts. You can see she's shaved nice and clean right through there, so that the liquids and fluids that will come out along with the kid don't get stuck in her hair, don't draw flies, and cause irritation and stress to the goat. So there you go. I lied to you guys, but sorry, we ended up doing it anyways. Oh, get her. This is what it looks like when you try to tattoo by yourself and your kid's too small for the headstand. She looks worse. Look, she's green. We have a green Nigerian dwarf. She actually did really good. She's an older doeling, but she's more on a petite side because her father is petite. And she was actually out of quads. That just made it worse. This is a new look, guys. I might be able to start a trend. Yeah, so we got two. You guys missed Sky, but here's a picture of Sky. She's awesome. She's Pinky's daughter. This is Poco Loco, and she's a little sweetheart with blue eyes, and she's Tiana's daughter. So this was her first time going through deworming, hooves, and getting a tattoo, so she did great. On the other hand, not so good. Okay. I swear goat ownership is not this crazy like all the time. It can be this colorful, but it is not this crazy all the time. It's just because it's maintenance day. So you have one day of this craziness. And if you only have 2 or 3, then it's not a big deal. I have like 20. And I had 3 that I needed to tattoo. And my husband's busy doing some more hard labor. Actually, there he is right now. He loves them too, look. He's bringing them treats. He's bringing them treats. He loves them. So we're doing the last goat, and that is our herd queen. You got it. The big boar goat, Dilly. She's a monster and she hates coming in here. So if you see me dragging her by her horns, it's not really me trying to be mean to her. It's just the easiest thing to get a hold of her, and she does not lead well. She responds to the horns better than a collar. So We're going with the horns. Enjoy this. Nobody likes the maintenance room. You get up there. Huh? Good girl. Good girl. Okay. All right, Mammoth. Get you. No. You have to be in the headstall. Really? Really? Really, Daly? Can't you just like be nice to me today? Hold on. Crazy girl. Look at that. Isn't that good, Mama? Isn't that good? Since she's got horns, this stanchion doesn't really work very well for her because her horns are too wide. So that's why I took off this bottom part to kind of let her swing in, and then I close her in. Good girl, Mom. We're done. We're done. And I know, guys, you didn't get to see everything that I did with them, but it's because it's a lot of rinse and repeat. It's a lot of trimming hooves and checking Famacha scores, deworming if necessary, administering Copper Bolus, giving them probiotic if they seem like they need it, giving them red cell if you're going to deworm them. And for Miss Merida, Poco Loco, and Sky, they all got their tattoos, hence my war paint. And then you've got little Miss Rosie Roo out here, this little sweetheart. She got her CD2 booster, so she's done for the year. And I am a hot mess. I wish I could do like one of those fashion, like, ooh, like from the toes up. No. This is the best I can do, guys. See all that? Woo! It is, or I am a hot mess. It is about lunchtime, so I got all that done in about 2 hours. And I'm glad you guys didn't see, but like I had a cat in there, I had a guinea in there, turkeys and chickens were coming in, my dogs were in there. My dogs love to eat the hoof trimmings off of the goats. I know that sounds disgusting, but like when you buy them like raw hides or chew bones or even like pig's hooves from the local pet store, they're just getting there straight off the goat, fresh and chewy. So, hope you're not getting ready to eat. If you are, I'm sorry, but I think that's gonna do it for us today, guys. I really need to go in. I need to cool off, have something to drink, eat, and then on to the next task, because like I said, even though it's a vacation day from work, we sure aren't on a vacation from the farm. So if you want to keep up with me, my little farm, my little family, go ahead, follow us on Facebook or Instagram. We post there almost daily. And if you really found yourself enjoying this, do me a favor, drop me a like, leave me a comment, and even better, subscribe. But if you do that, you see that little bell next to it? Make sure you hit that, because I've got a lot of adventures coming up and I want to bring you with me, and you'll get reminders if you hit that bell. So until next time, guys, thanks so much for being here with me with my war paint, my struggles with the goats, and just remember, be safe out there, stay healthy, and be kind. Catch you in the next one.